puta do lado.
Confia.
Xablá, cuzão.
Começa aí.
Bom dia, boa tarde, boa noite. Tudo bom? Bom, tô voltando aí, né, de um tempo afastado das streams. Foi um tempo afastado por mim mesmo, tá? Ninguém me afastou. Vamos jogar um Star Wars aí, né? Se aparecer alguém, apareceu. Se não aparecer, não apareceu. Mas eu vou continuar jogando pelo menos um pouquinho mais com tutorial pra fazer umas coisinhas aqui. Mas vou tentar evitar ao máximo, tá? Então, deixa eu ver se tá tudo certo. Tá tudo certo. Então vamos ligar isso aqui. E pronto. Vocês já devem estar vendo o game. Então vamos lá. O que a gente fez da última vez, né? A gente transformou o Baldur, esse cara aqui, em um Jedi. Que dá pra fazer isso no jogo. Então, quem que vai? Tanto tá vendo? Ó, contrabandista. Ela é um soldado. Essa daqui já é Jedi. Essa aqui também já é Jedi. Só que ele era engenheiro, alguma coisa assim, ó. Jedi Guardião. Então, tá, eu vou mudar, eu só quero mudar o equipamento dele, por isso que eu trouxe ele junto. E mudar o dela também, né? Porque ela tá desse jeito aí, pô. Por causa do... O que eu vou fazer? Eu sei que ele usa... Que ele é melhor assim e tal, mas eu vou... Eu vou dar uma arma de uma mão pra ele. E ela, pelo amor de Deus, vamos voltar. Ela não precisa... Ela pode ter um pouco de destreza, né? Quem pode ficar sem destreza nenhuma é ele, então... colocar esse aqui, não. E nele, vamos... Ah, ele não consegue colocar, por isso. Tá ali ela, com a armadurinha dela. Agora vamos mudar, né? Eu vou trazer o Atom. E a Creia. Então aí os dois. Beleza. A gente parou aqui, a gente tá em Dantooine, né? Eu consegui fazer meu sabre de luz, né? E aí agora eu vou tentar melhorar o meu sabre de luz. Eu só não lembro se era pra esse lado aqui que a gente... Não, agora não. Outro lado. Eu tô usando... Vocês vão ver que eu tô com a pistola em mão. Ih, beleza, hein? Mas é porque... A galera aqui não gosta de Jedi. E aí se você tenta falar com eles com um sabre de luz na mão, eles não falam com você. O que a gente vai fazer? A gente vai pra caverna ali na frente. Que a gente começou a explorar, mas só pra fazer uma parte do negócio. Tá aí meu sabre de luz. Tá. Vamos explorar agora essa caverna. A gente pegou aqui os destroços, né? Escombros. Pra fazer uma parte... Opa, já tem bicho já, né?
Time to take you down to size.
Esse cara não precisa falar com ele. Melhor ignorar ele por enquanto.
Focus.
Mais isso. Blaster da República e túnica de Norris. Túnica de Norris. Ah, é que tô em combate ainda. Agora eu posso. O que ela faz? Dá nada, mas segura contra ataques de energia. Opa, não. Quando eu tô com essa velocidade aqui, é melhor usar o Flurry, né? Vamos usar um antídoto na Creia. Ué.
What is it?
Dá mais descontos. Vamos aproveitar que, ó, ele tá com um blaster disruptor Sif. 6, dá mais dano de energia. Ele pode usar 2 pistolas. Eu não sei se eu coloquei os perks nele de... Eu coloquei... Não coloquei de dual wield, né? Não. Tá. Então por enquanto vai ficar com um só. Mas vamos ver se o blaster da República é melhor. A blaster da República 1/8. Um pouquinho melhor. Mas esse tem bônus de dano, né? Mas vamos usar o blaster da República. Acabou os antídotos? Acabou. Opa, cristais, era isso que eu tava procurando. Mas eu sei que tem um... Eu sei que tem um bichão aqui.
Your thoughts are disturbed. I can feel them like a shiver running through you. Force-sensitive locations such as this absorb and reflect force energy. The crystals are the catalyst here. I sense that Revan once passed through here, leaving a strong impression behind in the crystals. Perhaps future Jedi who visit this cave will feel our presence, as if seeing our footprints preserved in the soil. The crystals here are infused with the Force. Some could be harvested and used for lightsabers. The crystals here do not drain Force energy from Jedi. They collect the excess energy that radiates from those attuned to the Force.
Everyone down.
Morreu a freia.
Let's settle this. More where that came from.
Eu vou morrer.
More where that came from.
O Atom morreu também. Boa. Eu vou pro saco. Ok. Tá. Beleza, então. Então, vamos salvar assim.
Your thoughts are disturbed. Force, perhaps
Tá.
that can hard.
Beleza.
fallen.
More where that came from. Let's settle this. Everyone's down.
Caramba! Ah, essa é a rainha. Por isso que tá me dando tanta porrada. Ah, morri.
I hear you.
É, a rainha bate forte, hein?
Time to take you down to size.
Tá. Vamos de novo. De novo. A gente não tá tão forte ainda, então a gente vai apanhar um pouco. Ok. Deixar os pontos da força sobressaírem aí. Aqui é pra vários inimigos, né? Vários rivais. Assim. Tá.
Your thought? I perhaps the
Tá. Então, vamos lá. Ó. Aê, matei a rainha. Ó, matamos todo mundo. Caralho. A gente fez um estrago. Ui, desculpa. Sim. Ah. É, a gente tem que... Ah, achei o cristal meu.
This is very rare indeed. The crystal's bond with you is such that the stronger you become in the Force, the more powerful your crystal will grow. This crystal will make an excellent focus for a lightsaber.
Eu vou mandar um de acordo. Cristal violeta. Então já podemos mudar de cor. A gente tá usando o verde, né? Meu Deus, eu errei o ovo. Ih, buguei aqui. Aí. Tem algum outro cristal que a gente pode pegar aqui? Ó, vazio. Eu acho que a gente já pegou tudo. É. Deixa eu curar a gente, né? Vamos pegar outro caminho e ver o que mais tem aqui na caverna. Ah, tem mais bicho. Nossa. Foi uma só. Ah, esse aqui eu já peguei. O mapa... não é. Muito pelo contrário. Vamos ver. Aqui, eu não vou falar com esse cara. Aqui. Tem mais um lugar aqui pra gente ir. É vindo aqui. É aqui. Pra cá de novo. Rapaz, uma máquina de matar, hein? Poxa, que grito foi esse, creio? Carabina disruptora. E aí, André? Bem? Cara, tô bem. Tô indo, né? Tô melhor essa semana. Principalmente depois de terça-feira, dessa terça agora. Fica um pouquinho mais de boa. E por aí? Muita coisa acontecendo, né, bicho? Aí fiquei meio tchum. Mas logo mais tô bem. Tô bem que eu digo, tô 100%. Agora eu acho que explorei tudo. Vamos ver, será que a Creia pode ir pra espada gamoriana? É arma de duas mãos? Mod de ataque -2. Deve ser uma arma de duas mãos. Não é porque ela consegue... não, mas eu vou usar vibro-espada mesmo por enquanto. Eu não posso dar um sabre de luz pra ela. Cadê a vibro-espada? Então vai ficar com o vibro cortador. só eu tenho sabre de luz aqui. Tá, a gente tinha que limpar essa área aqui, beleza. Isso eu lembro que a gente tinha que fazer. Tá. Beleza, já vi o que a gente tem que fazer. Como eu disse, eu tô seguindo o tutorial dessa vez, porque tem umas coisas que eu quero fazer. A gente consegue pro enclave aqui? E é umas coisas muito específicas. Então... E... tem uns mercenários aqui, mas... Mandaloriano... É esse Topak aqui que eu tinha que falar? Deixa eu dar uma olhada. Eu acho que não era esse nome, não. Darala, na verdade. Não é esse aqui, não. Vamos salvar, né? Que eu esqueci de salvar depois de ter matado a rainha lá.
Fallen. More where that came from. Time to even the odds.
Ó, conseguimos matar, porra. A primeira vez foi difícil pra caralho matar esse cara. Esses bichos.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
Aí, pô. Caralho, tem mais. E é do forte. Assim.
Fallen.
Filha da puta. Olha, não acerto por nada. Vou tentar dar um ataque crítico. Vamos ver se eu consigo acertar ele.
Let us end this.
É, esse aqui deu mais trabalho, hein?
More where that came from.
Estamos aniquilando a fauna local, hein? Um negócio bem Jedi de se fazer.
This shall not stop us for long.
Ó, perfeito. Matamos todo mundo. Ah, aqui, ó, Darala, essa mina.
You a new salvager? Or one of those Kunda cantina rats coming here to complain? Well, we don't need another one. Look around this camp. We got the salvaging more than covered. I'm gonna give you some advice. Turn back. There's nothing you're gonna find. Because anything valuable in the ruins was carted away months ago. The only salvagers left are either desperate, ornery, or not right in the head. And while you look dirty enough to be here, I don't think you're any of those things. So go back to Kunda. The only thing left is the sub-level, and that's crawling with Lagrex. And those things are smarter than half the salvagers here, though that don't take much. And don't be asking any pesky questions. You're new, and no one is gonna help you out. Because there isn't enough salvage to share with the people already here. And a hungry newcomer is about as welcome as a diuretic hut. I've been here the longest, and I'll be here last. I buy Jedi salvage from the ruins. Slow business now, but I get by. Sometimes I sell them to visitors like yourself. Besides, that's none of your flaming business. You should have let me know you're a customer instead of letting me think you're some disease-ridden salvager. Let me show you what I've got.
Beleza. Ó, temos uma túnica de Cavaleiro Jedi. Bem fraquinha, né? É. Tem alguns cristais aqui interessantes. Eu tô com 10 mil de crédito, é. É, esse aqui foi o que eu falei que... Esse aqui eu vou comprar. Porque é a cor que eu vou usar agora no começo. Defesa. CD 14, 25% durante 2 assaltos. Esse aqui CD 10. Parece que é melhor. Mas ele dá defesa menos 1. Esse daqui é defesa menos 3. É, esse aqui é bem melhor. Será que é melhor? Não sei. Não entendo essas coisas. Ó. Primeira coisa, vamos... É. Dá pouco, né? Mas dá carisma. Esse aqui que dá... Ah, regeneração pode... pontos de força. Eu não tinha visto isso. Mas esse aqui parece ser interessante. Além disso, esse daqui eu peguei. Esse aqui eu peguei também. Esse aqui eu acho interessante de comprar. E daqui... Eu acho que eu vou pegar esse aqui. Que é caro, mas beleza. Esse aqui. Eu não tô usando muito crédito, vamos pegar. Beleza. Agora vamos voltar. Eu não consigo voltar mais direto, né? Antes tinha como voltar direto pro mapa. Não tem mais. Eu quero liberar aqui o negócio. Bom. Pra cá a gente não vai, né? Aqui pra esse. Porque acho que agora a gente volta pra Nar Shaddaa pra fazer o que eu preciso fazer com o tutorial. Depois eu volto aqui. Mas eu preciso primeiro pegar minha recompensa por ter dizimado. Ô, louco! Thanks, Vincos. Vincos não. Ai. Bom, vamos fazer o que precisa ser feito. Que é entrar no lugar aqui e falar com o carinha pra pegar nossa recompensa. Não é aqui, né? No próximo.
It's you again. You want something? So you did. Here's the credits I told you about. Even with the caves cleared, I imagine it'll take some time before the Kinrath aren't on the plains. That was very helpful of you. You've saved some lives today. You want something?
Beleza, ganhei meus créditos e alguns XP. Ok, então terminamos essa parte. Agora o que a gente tem que fazer é ir pra Nar Shaddaa. Tá, beleza. Então vamos lá. Já vi aqui mais ou menos o que a gente tem que começar a fazer. Então... vamos dar a volta. Ou é pra cá? Tem que pegar a nave e agora eu vou pra Nar Shaddaa. Isso. Beleza. Tá. Vamos ver o que a gente tem aqui, ó. Cristais. Esse dá mais um ataque. Esse daqui eu vou colocar, que é o cristal nosso. Dano e ataque, sabedoria. Tá chovendo? Dá um segundo. Desculpa, fui ver e fechar a casa. Vou colocar esse que dá. É que assim, esse daqui dá mais destreza e é penetrante, né? Não sei se. Esse daqui a gente não tem, né? Ah, não é. Pera. Falta uma coisa. Eu quero o viridiano. Esse é bem parecido com o que eu tenho aqui. Mas a armadura, ó. Contrasom, fogo, som, não. E aqui. Regeneração, porra. E aí o meu vibromanchete. Tá aí, pô. Melhorando. É, o viridiano ele não faz tanta diferença, ele continua sendo meio verde assim, né? Mas não tem problema. Vamos falar com o
Yes,
Baldur.
General? If you think they'll help. It'll take practice, but I think I can pick that up. Yes, General? Let's get to work then, General. That was a good workout, and a good learning experience. Yes, General? Let's get...
Eu posso ficar fazendo isso várias
That
e
was a
várias
good
vezes?
Yes, General?
Quantas vezes eu consigo ficar fazendo isso aqui? Se é
That
que
was a
muda.
good...
Se é que muda
Yes.
alguma coisa. É, não, ó. Eu esgotei. Beleza. Ah, falhou. Droga. Eu ganhei influência com ele. Tem como eu conversar de novo com ele? Ai, consegui. Ah, bacana. Com ela tem coisa pra conversar?
I do not think you are.
É. Tá, beleza. Aqui a gente já esgotou com ela. Tem o Atom. Aqui é, aqui é ela, beleza. Vamos falar com a Creia. A Creia sempre tem coisa pra falar.
How many more do we intend to gather to us? This ship is not the galaxy. There is only so much room. Then prepare for an army, I think, for it seems many more will come in time. They will follow you because you are a leader. Their kind always needs such, even when the figure deserves no such obedience. Because I am not blind, that is why. I see what they see, hear their voices when they speak to you, and notice the change when they speak to others. I know many things, and I know what I am not. I am no leader. I speak with a voice that will never move others. I speak with a passion that goes unheard. They obey you because you are a leader, and perhaps something more. Have you noticed what has been happening? Have you felt it in them? They echo you, either fighting or surrendering to their feelings, their loyalty, their duty. Your mere presence serves as an example to them of something to uphold or something to fight against. Watch them carefully, see their patterns, and recognize the strength in it. Influence can be a weapon, one that you may need before your journey is done. Good, and then act upon it. It is a powerful tool to motivate others. That was Revan's way, I believe. It was a strength. A discussion, perhaps, for another time. Ask, and I will answer. That crystal is bonded to you. Through you, it acquires its character and strength, and through it, your power is enhanced. Should your power increase or your resolve change, speak to me again about this matter, and I will help you refocus your crystal. Is there something else you wished? There are countless reasons, and I have neither the time nor the patience to list them all. Do you think to turn her from Atris's will? If so, I hope your arrogance will prove true in time. But I will abide her presence. She may have her uses. Because Atris is a threat, and as much as she would try to use us against you, so may we use her servants against her. Do not see every enemy as an enemy. See them instead as an ally, whether they realize it or not. This situation may yet work to our advantage. Good. That is the most to be done until events unfold, as I'm sure they will in time. Ask, and I will answer. There is nothing wrong with my sight, if that is your question. I see all that I need, though the seeing of things flesh and blood has failed me some time ago. They were distractions only. There is nothing wrong with my eyes. They simply have atrophied from use. They are adequate to distinguish shapes, silhouettes. If need be, I could heal them, restore my sight, but sight can prove a distraction. When one relies on sight to perceive the world, it is like trying to stare at the galaxy through a crack in the door. But that is a lesson for another time. You must learn to see crude matter for what it is, before the veil is lifted. Close your eyes. Feel this ship around you. Listen to my words. Hear the sound of the handmaidens training in the cargo hold, her hands cutting the air. The welding of the droid as it goes about its work. Shh. Now stretch out. Hear the rumble of hyperspace, the hum of the hyperdrive. Ignore distractions and focus on my voice. The breathing of the blinded one as she meditates in the dark. Now, listen deeper, past her breathing, and listen.
As my feet walk from the ashes of Qatar, I shall not fear, for in fear lies death, and
you are strong indeed. What you heard were surface thoughts only, but it is something that masters have trained for years and never learned. That is not the real question you should ask. Is such listening enough to perceive the world around you? It is not, because to listen to the thoughts of another is much like attempting to see the universe only with your eyes. It is equally limiting. Now leave me be. I must rest.
eu ganhei ponto da... Ué, eu tô lá no topo também, né?
You have grown strong in the Force. I can feel its touch upon you. Do not let the higher mysteries blind you to others. Turning away from that which tempts you or causes you fear is not strength. Facing it is. I have seen you display many acts of mercy, charity in our journey. Why? Even if it weakens those you help, even if it robs them of the strength needed to grow, you have been chased, hounded since our first meeting, and it has only made you stronger, more capable. Ah, then you have learnt nothing. From such small things, from such critical points, the universe and its masses may be moved. That is why you must be careful in all that you do, and in every choice you make. Aiding them gives you strength by taking on their challenges, but weakens them. If that is your choice, then use their dependency, feed upon it, until you have exhausted them. Then leave them. And I would view the ones you travel with much the same way. Ah, now you are learning. Do you know why those we meet display such weakness? As I said, their lives are static, untested. It is only through interaction, through decision and choice, through confrontation, physical or mental, that the Force can grow within you. You have seen it. You have felt it within you as you have traveled with me. The growing anger, the rage, and the power it brings. Yet the power does not build without such struggle. Through small cruelties, greater ones are born. Ask, and I will answer. Does it matter? Of course it does. Such titles allow you to break the galaxy into light and dark, categorize it. Perhaps I am neither, and I hold both as what they are, pieces of a whole. Know that I am your teacher, and that is enough. Or what? Shall you kill me? Hurt me? You would only be inflicting harm on yourself. Perhaps you will keep me here on this ship prisoner, unable to leave. Is that the way of a Jedi? Ask, and I will answer. Atris herself is not as familiar to me as perhaps she should be. Yet I feel I know her, yes. Because Atris's path is one I walked long ago, and it is a chapter of my life that has been read and closed. She has taken the first steps, I think. We shall see. Surely you felt the righteous anger, the spoken judgments, the lack of forgiveness. I was a historian once, gathering the relics of the Jedi, learning the ancient mysteries. Always there were more questions. One quickly learns that the Jedi Code does not give all the answers. If you are to truly understand, then you will need the contrast, not adherence to a single idea. That is why Atris and the others blamed me, sentenced me. They believed me responsible for Revan's fall. You have already asked much. I do not wish to speak of this any longer. Ask, and I will answer. Have you never asked yourself how Revan took the Republic and Jedi beneath him, how he made them his? Ah, but to make officers turn on their own people, to bomb innocent worlds, to make pacts. Strong influence, indeed. And where did these Sith teachings come from? And why did Revan embrace them so strongly? So many questions, yet the answers are few. Oh, did they? No. Revan met no Sith empire, yet he learned their teachings. Many have mistaken the soldiers beneath Revan, the machines that were constructed to be the Sith. They are wrong. The Sith is a belief, and what Revan formed was not an empire, but something else. Yet how he did it is curious. And I suspect the answer to that question is tied to another. How was Revan able to corrupt so many so quickly? Not a one. But we shall see where our journey takes us, I think, and see how many answers we come across, yes? Ask, and I will answer. I misspoke before, and I do not wish to choose my words unwisely again. Leave this be. Ask, and I will answer. And? Did he? And what do you make of that? The Mandalorians were right to respect you on the field of battle. The Jedi are gone, vanished. Now, an entire planet of Force sensitives wiped clean of life. And now this slice of the galaxy is blind. It is no coincidence. The two events are tied. I fear you are right. And I fear it may prove more than that. War is a hunger, and there are spirits in the galaxy whose hunger is never satisfied. But there is little to be done about it now. Watch the seer carefully. She may reveal more. Ask, and I will answer. I know of them, yes, and how much like beasts they had become. Combined, united against the Jedi, they command legions of Sith. But above these legions there are 3 who must be stopped. As long as any one of them lives, then we, and all life, are doomed. One bathes in pain, feeds on it for sustenance. The other has ceased being a living being, so consumed by hunger that he has forgotten his own flesh. And the last is a creature of betrayals. For without such things there is no hope. Yes, of pain he has learned much. Of knowledge, of teaching, he knows nothing. Like the others, he was spawned by the horrors of the Mandalorian Wars. He exists solely to spread his pain to all Jedi everywhere. Even now she is difficult to see. She must remain hidden for now until the time is right. If not, then all our efforts will be for nothing. In this you must trust me. If she is exposed too soon, then this war will be over before it has begun. The less said of that one, the better. Even a stray thought may draw him, and it is possible that he cannot be defeated. He is one who has learned the greatest of the Sith teachings, and it enslaved him. Until you are ready, we must not seek him out. Ask, and I will answer.
Será
Yes.
que com a influência que eu ganhei, consigo?
Very well. What is it that drives you? I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong, and its roots run deep. It seems that at times of stress and pain, if they catch us unawares, then the pain is transmitted between us. When battle is upon us, I suspect our minds are prepared enough to shield each other from the pain. I think we shall not have a repeat incident of what happened at Paragus. It seems the Force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the Force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well. A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noticed, it has its drawbacks. Very well. What is it that drives you? When I spoke of sight before, there is a similar handicap that tends to occur among those strong in the Force. They neglect their skills. Some believe they no longer need them. The greatest wielders of the Force are those that maintain some grounding to the more physical realities of the universe. Some wielders of the Force have mastered piloting, others the ability to fix and repair and build, from simple moisture vaporators to more complex machines such as droids and vehicles. One's ability to understand the human body and its ailments, for example, can make your powers within the Force more complete, more powerful, when you attempt to repair the cellular damage of another. And others have mastered the more subtle work of politics, persuasion. Do not doubt that a galaxy may be conquered with words, a republic overthrown, and an empire made. When such skills are honed, one's abilities with the Force become that much stronger. My warning to you is this: do not rely on your companions to compensate for your weaknesses in skill. There will be times they will not be there to help you when needed. What skill would you say is your greatest strength? And what skill would you say is your greatest weakness? Then my task before you is this: take your greatest weakness, devote effort to it, strengthen it, and I will show you how it shall strengthen your power in the Force. As you learn and train and test yourself against the galaxy, all your skills have a chance to improve and grow as well. When you devote some of that training to your weakest skill, you will know. Ask, and I will answer. Yes? Very. There is nothing more that I can teach you now. Wait until you have grown in the Force, and we shall see what more knowledge I can impart. Very well. The Jedi practice many forms, many styles of lightsaber combat. It is good to know them, but not to rely on them. You may have already felt the Shicho, the simplest of the forms, return to you as your skill and perceptions have returned. Others may come with time, with experience. It is simple, and its simplicity is strength. It allows focus, a slightly improved chance of connecting with one's opponent. It has no other advantages or disadvantages. It is an effective form to fall back on when no other form will do. Others may come with time, with experience. A defensive technique, but effective. Use it if you do not wish to be hit, or if you are facing many opponents with blasters. With a lightsaber blade and enough skill in deflection, it is an excellent defense against blasters, but in other situations, it merely delays the inevitable. Others may come with time, with experience. Very well. What is it that drives you? Very well. Of which did you wish instruction? It allows you to recover your strength with the Force more quickly, and it lends strength to your Force powers. It has no other drawbacks. Such a form is a gift, preferred of the Jedi consulars, and effective in combats where you must fight only through the Force. Very well. Ask. Does it matter? Perhaps. What do you wish to hear? That I once believed in the code of the Jedi? That I felt the call of the Sith? That perhaps once I held the galaxy by its throat? That for every good work that I did, I brought equal harm upon the galaxy? That perhaps what the greatest of the Sith Lords knew of evil they learned from me? What would it matter now? There is only so much comfort in knowing such things, and it is not who I am now. There are dark places in the galaxy where few tread, ancient centers of learning, of knowledge, but I did not walk alone. To be united by hatred is a fragile alliance at best. But my will was not law. There were disagreements, ambition, and hunger for power. There are techniques within the Force against which there is no defense. I was cast down, stripped of my power, exiled. I suffered indignities and fell into darkness. Learn from me, my mistakes, and use that knowledge to become greater than I. That is all I ask of you, and that is all I desire. In you all my hopes rest, for the future, for the Force. If it means so much to you, then this I swear to you upon my life, upon our lives, that when your training is complete, I will answer everything. There shall be no more shadows between us, only truth that exists between master and apprentice. Ask, and I will answer.
Tentando esgotar todas as opções, tá? Com a gente ganhando mais influência com ela.
Atris herself is not as familiar to me as...
Tá, isso aqui a gente
Because
conseguiu.
I was a historian. One that is what you have already asked.
Tá. Ok.
Ask. And oh, did they? Men, they are, and
Tá.
not a one. Ask. I misspoke before.
Tá, beleza. Então,
Ask.
beleza. Eu acho que por enquanto com ela é só. Vamos agora pro Atom e pra Visas. Eu não sei onde tá a Visas, mas o Atom eu sei.
I don't know what it is, but you look different. It's hard to explain, but it's good to see. It shows. It's kind of inspiring, to be honest. Anyway, just wanted to mention it. I think the others have noticed it too. Sounds good to me. I'll deal.
Eu não sei jogar direito isso. Vamos ver se a gente consegue. Ah, pronto, eu paro, tá? Tá, tô com 18. $22. Não tenho. -2. Aí. 10. 20. Ok, estamos empatados. Filha da puta. Droga.
You seem pretty.
Vamos ganhar dele, ué. Quero ganhar dele. 18. Tá, tá. É, eu tô com cartas ruins aqui. É, perdi. Nossa, que filho da mãe. Nossa, conseguimos empatar ainda. É, vou perder. É porque aqui é 20, não é 21. Ah, perdi de novo. De novo, Ato, vamos.
Alright, but I'm out of credits. So it's Republic Senate. That's where we waste a lot of time trading cards and trying to beat each other. But in the end, nobody wins. Everybody loses, and nobody accomplishes anything. It's like stalemate, except the goal is to pass time until the audience gets bored and leaves.
Sem vergonha. Devia ter usado. Tá, agora é na base da sorte. Ganhei.
Something up? Alright.
Ah, então beleza. É, com ele já acabou as perguntas, então. Porque só dá pra jogar Pazak com ele. Tá, onde está a Visas? Eu acho que ela tá pra cá. Vamos falar.
My life for yours. I felt you, heard you through the Force. It was like a sound at the edge of hearing. And when I heard it, I found I could not ignore it. I serve my master. I am an emissary, a scout. My master was aware of a disturbance in the Force, but was unaware of its nature, of you. The disturbance is not something one feels from a living thing. There is little my master does not know, and that you eluded his sight for so long is significant. But I do not know why. You cannot. His vessel roams the borders of known space, and even I do not know where he travels. Until he calls for me, even if I could lead you to my master. I cannot permit you to find him until you are ready. If I bring you before my master untested, without your potential realized, then you will be lost to me, and I cannot allow that to happen. It would be as if one brought fire to a paradise valley, shattered a cavern of rare crystal, or blinded a painter. I cannot, I will not. I would die first, and gladly, to preserve you, untouched, unharmed. Now that I have found you, I cannot sacrifice what I have found. You will meet my master. It is inevitable. I have seen it. And when you stand before him and realize what you face, you must be prepared. Until then, I must protect you, help you, until you are ready. There's a greatness in you. A greatness that does not stem from the Force. It stems from who you are. And if my master does not understand you, cannot see you, then perhaps there is hope for us all. But if you seek to survive, then you must understand why this is so. There is much I see my master cannot. I fear it is because of my nature, the nature of my race. My people spend their lives seeing the galaxy, the energy streaming off stars, the growth of life, all things touched by the Force. It is not a subject which I have spoken of since its destruction. It was not a thing done with machines or weapons. The Force is far more terrible, and it touches more lives than any machine can hope to slay. For everyone that feels the Force, strongly, deeply, each one feels and perceives it in their own way. You have strengths, whether you know it or not. And my master has
essa conversa eu já vi já.
I will answer. I am not familiar with the place you speak of. My master has not entered Republic space for some time, but there are others who may move more freely, who may have been responsible for such an act of destruction. There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what little remains in the wake of the Jedi Civil War. Where one moves, it is not always known to the others. But their purpose is the same, the death of all Jedi, everywhere. They believe you are the last of the Jedi, and their hatred of the Jedi unites them. All their eyes are upon you, and it is a terrible, quiet darkness that pursues you. I will. My master did not cause the end of the planet you speak of. There are many factions within the Sith, all seeking to take what... Where one moves, it is not... They believe you are the last... I will... My people once had the power to perceive events, to see through the Force. That sight may manifest itself in many ways, and at times, I may affect the abilities of others to see as well. My sight has been damaged. What I have taught you, it is not the full extent of the perceptions of my people. My master, when he showed me my world, showed it to me as it is. It hurt. And since that moment, it has been difficult to perceive the Force as I once did. But after traveling with you, I feel that perhaps there was a gift in it, hidden beneath the pain. Only when one suffers do certain truths become evident, both of the galaxy and of the self. And I feel you are an example of this.
Ganhei pontos com ela. Então, beleza. Vamos ir pra Nar Shaddaa agora. Finalmente. A gente conversou bastante, fez um monte de coisa. Agora a gente tem que ir pra outro planeta. Nar Shaddaa. Onderon, Nar Shaddaa. Beleza, vamos então sair da nave. Eu vou levar o Atom e a Creia. A Creia eu posso subir de nível, eu já subi ela, não subi? Não, eu posso subir ela de level tranquilamente. Poderes. Ela abriu Chicho. O que eu posso pegar com ela? Barreira da força, interessante. É que ela pode usar poderes do lado negro, né? Então isso me interessa. Atributos. Vamos subir um pouquinho de carisma com ela aqui. Tá. Condicionamento mestre interessante. Eu acho que eu vou aqui para mais parte da sobrevivência dela. Canalização da força. Ah, eu tenho mais um ponto. Beleza, ela tá no 12. Só vou ver se eu consigo equipar ela com o... Ela tá com... a túnica de Jedi, ela consegue, aumenta o carisma dela. É importante. Carisma, vigor, regeneração. Vigor 2 aqui, né? Mas eu acho que eu vou de carisma. Sabedoria. Sabedoria, eu acho que é melhor pra ela. E aqui, fortaleza. Tá tudo certo. Isso aí mesmo. Ela não muda de roupa, né? Então beleza, vamos salvar. Depois de tudo que a gente fez. É verdade, Joe.
What is it?
Eu consigo abrir aqui? Aqui é a garagem de Suco Race. Vou trancada aqui. Caixa de metal. É só falar com ele, aparentemente. Hum. E aqui? Voz.
Hey, I saw that ship you flew in on. My ship.
Your ship? I'd lay off the spice if I were you. That's our ship, not yours.
Was I talking to you? I tell you, that ship's mine. It's the Ebon Hawk, isn't it? She was stolen from me during a routine run in the Mid-Rim, near the close of the Mandalorian Wars. The registry's 34 P7JK. It's got a temperamental hyperdrive, and the turrets can be sluggish and unresponsive against fast-moving fighters. She's also got 2 secret compartments, one in the cargo hold, right near the plasteel cylinders in the back, and the second beneath the bunks in the starboard cabin. So, you admit it's not yours. How did you come by it anyway? Who did you buy it from?
What? It's our ship. I mean, your ship, that I fly.
Good to hear you aren't going to challenge it. That makes things a lot easier.
What are you doing? That's gonna trap us here.
I'll be going now. Get used to the solid ground beneath you.
Let me shoot him in the back. No one has to know.
Tá, calma aí. Tá. Não sei se eu fiz a melhor escolha.
Just like a Jedi.
Yatuka uwanri huta yanolia.
Sintatita.
Kavadumpa mo wendido chokerembi nortaku.
Tu nita manta yuma. Dovrei kun mwili wosa slima pogwang. Unta chiwita inka kikraya na chawanga kone. Dovrei kun mwili wosa slima pogwanga samwana mucha. Da hupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune. Kawana bota yunta tanga kinamatora. Tayaita ta bosananansata. Da hupa bosa kurata go jujuto yoke. Hiata yamba wajiake yukito tune. Doci numsada.
Something up? All right. Yeah, that's a surprise. Did he say I owed him credits too? I'm as Atten will ever be. And whoever your trusted informant is, he's right. I did show up on Nar Shaddaa during the Jedi Civil War, along with a lot of other refugees. No, because you're asking about it. If I wanted to tell you anything, I would have come and told you. Anything else? Is this an interrogation? If so, you're terrible at it, especially for an ex-Jedi, or whatever you are. Why don't you just crawl in my head and try to dig out whatever you're looking for rather than asking about it? You know what? I helped you get off Peragus. If I hadn't been there, you wouldn't have even gotten off the administration level. I'm trying to help you. I don't know why I'm bothering. I don't know. I'm not sure I understand it half the time. You know what? Not once have I asked you about the Mandalorian Wars. Not once. I heard about Duxon. Everyone has. I heard about Serico, and I sure as hell know about Malachor 5. What makes you think you've got the right to interrogate me on anything? You've got plenty of lives to answer for. All you Jedi do. How did you even live with yourself after Malachor? Is that why you went back to the Jedi Council? Hoping they'd kill you? But Jedi don't kill, do they? At least not their prisoners. Maybe you were counting on it when you went back in chains. So you got off easy. You were exiled, brushed under the cargo ramp, another dirty little Jedi secret. I'll tell you, all those Jedi at Malachor, they deserved it. Every last one of them. Because Jedi lie, and they manipulate, and every act of charity or kindness they do, you can drag it out squirming into the light and see it for what it is. The galaxy doesn't need Jedi arrogance or Jedi hypocrisy anymore. At least the Sith are honest about what they're killing for. The Jedi are pacifists, except in times of war. They're teachers, except when it comes to telling their students the truth. And when they save you, it's only so you can suffer more. Whatever, just leave me alone. I don't know why I'm wasting my time with you anyway. Well, don't get too attached to me. I don't like it. It's because I'm a deserter. It's what I do. Served in both of them. Against the Mandalorians, before and after Revan, and again, when Revan declared war on the Jedi. Because I followed orders. But it was more than that. You were there. You knew how easy it was to hate the Jedi who sat back in the Republic, evaluating the threat, and watched us die against the Mandalorians. Because you can't believe in the Republic anymore after the Mandalorian Wars. After Revan, nothing was the same. Right after that final battle at Malachor, I was right there with the rest of the defectors, because it was the right thing to do. The Mandalorians were slaughtering us by the millions. The millions. You were at Serico, when they turned the Stayrib cities into glass craters. At Duro, when Basilisk wardroids rained like meteors onto the orbiting cities. And when the Mandalorians set fire to the Zoxan plains on Ares III, the fires that still burn. Without the Jedi who turned on the Council, without you, the Republic would have lost the war. And we would all be Mandalorian slaves or corpses. If that's what you want to call knowing when to fight and when to kill, then yes. But you can't really break down people into Sith and Jedi and expect everything to make sense. We were loyal to Revan. That was enough. He saved us. After Malachor, after the Mandalorian Wars, that's when the Sith teachings started spreading through the ranks. We knew where our loyalties lay. To the Jedi who came to help us. Not the ones who sat back on Dantooine and Coruscant, watching us die. So when those same Jedi who watched us die decided to start fighting us during the Jedi Civil War, we fought back. I fought back. I started killing Jedi. A lot of them. People say killing Jedi is hard. It's not. You just have to be smart about it. No blasters, no getting close to them, no attacking them directly when you can gun down their allies instead. There's ways of gassing them, drugging them, making them lose control, torturing them. I was really good at it. What's worse is that killing them wasn't the best thing. Making them fall. Making them see our side of it. That was the best. I taught myself techniques. It's hard for Jedi to sense what you're really thinking if you throw up walls of strong emotions and feelings. Lust, impatience, cowardice. Most Jedi awareness doesn't cruise beyond the surface feelings, to see what's deeper. And I was good at that, throwing up walls. And my superiors knew it. Sometimes the Jedi on our side wouldn't even realize I was there. Yeah, I had a talent for it. More like instinct. I wasn't the only one. I know you left at the Mandalorian Wars, so you don't know much about what went on behind the scenes in the Jedi Civil War. But Revan understood one thing. The real battle was going to be fought between the Jedi on both sides. That was the only battle that mattered. Whoever had the most, the strongest Jedi were going to win the Civil War. If Revan couldn't convert Jedi, Revan would kill them. So Revan trained elite Sith units into assassination squads, whose duty was to go out and capture enemy Jedi. I was in one of the special units trained to do this. Yeah, Revan had plans for all Jedi. I think it was important that the Jedi see his side of things, the Sith teachings. Revan wanted to break them, and then have them join him. One day, I decided not to do it anymore, so I left. Ended up on Nar Shaddaa, became someone else. I didn't think you would, after Malachor, but it was a chance. I guess I was just tired of keeping it in. And I've been with you only a short time. Enough to know that as soon as someone signs on with you, they haven't got long to live. You got history, and anyone who travels with you doesn't. And maybe I want somebody to know who I was in case a story needs to be set straight. Maybe you understand. Well, there was a woman, a Jedi. She gave her life for mine. I never knew her name. She sought me out. She said she had come to save me. She was lying, of course, or I think she was. It doesn't matter. She told enough truth to get my attention. She said that Revan was doing something terrible to Jedi within the unknown regions. That when we captured Jedi, they were sent to a place designed to break them. And that anyone in his service who showed any ability with the Force was sent there too, to turn them, to break them into dark Jedi, or assassins trained to kill Jedi. She said that's what would happen to me, that I had the Force inside me. That's why I was so good at killing Jedi. And that when the Sith learned of it, there would be no escape, no turning back. I would become an instrument of the dark side, forever. I had heard talk in the ranks, troops vanishing. I knew what she meant, but I didn't believe her. Or want to believe her. I did what I did with all Jedi. I hurt her. I hurt her a lot. And then, right when I thought she couldn't take any more, she showed me the Force. In my head. And I felt everything she felt. And I heard just an echo of what the Force was. And how what I was doing, I think I loved her. But it wasn't that kind of love. It was the kind of love where you're willing to give up everything for someone you don't even know. I killed her for crawling in my head, for showing me that. But before she opened her mind to mine, my only thought was that I would love to kill her. And at the end, I killed her because I loved her. In the end, she sacrificed herself to keep my secret, to prevent the Sith from knowing about that touch of the Force inside me. She wasted her life to save me. Me. And I felt her die when she opened her mind. I've killed Jedi, like I said, but I was never there to feel it, to be on the receiving end. And after that, I couldn't stop feeling things. Before, guilt, lust, impatience. It had been orchestrated to get close. Now it all just kept tumbling out, and I couldn't keep doing what I was doing. So I left. I fled with the displaced war veterans to Nar Shaddaa, and I lost myself there, until the war came to an end. I wanted no more of Jedi, or Dark Jedi, or the Force. I just wanted to be left alone. And then, I met you on Paragus. And I thought maybe she had saved me so that I could help you. And if I can't, then I have to try. I didn't want to tell you any of this, but I had to. Because if something happens, I can't let you think I was doing it for something other than the past. Once, a Jedi showed me the Force. I heard it. I felt it. At the time, there was too much pain to confront it. Because if I did, it meant I would be changed into something else. Now, I'm not afraid of it anymore. And I think that by learning how to use it, I can help protect you. Or at least buy you some time when disaster comes screaming in. I want to learn how to use the Force. I want to learn how to use the Force to help you. What must I do? Is there some ritual, or...
O que eu ganho de ponto do lado sombrio, hein? Pelo amor de Deus. A questão é que o Atom agora virou Jedi. E eu não sabia que ele ia virar Jedi desse jeito. Pera aí, só tô lendo o que a gente precisa fazer. Pera aí, deixa eu ver aqui. Beleza. Beleza. Então vamos subir os níveis dele aqui. Habilidade. Eu não sei se eu quero subir informática com ele. Dotes, tá? Consegue usar sabre de luz. Ele consegue usar armadura pesada, mas não. Eu acho que eu vou colocar ele com dois blaster. Poderes da força. Tem que ser poder que e que não é restringido por armadura, hein? Não, esse desvio com a força não. Eu acho que eu vou de ator do ar com ele. Sensível à força, beleza. Atributos. Ele é um cara da destreza, né? posso fazer? Vamos colocar a constituição nele ou aumentar a destreza? Ele não vai ser um cara que vai usar muitos poderes da força, né? Mas vamos colocar aqui. Habilidades em 3, né? Tá. Poderes. Tem um monte que tem restrição, né? Eu acho que eu vou colocar curar nele. Sempre bom. Tá aí. E aí, como a gente... Eu vou colocar o... Super Sif. Pronto. Para ele ter... Beleza. Agora vamos voltar. Quanto tempo de stream a gente tá? Quase 2 horas. Vamos salvar.
Let's see. 3 bricks of spice out to Elysia, then with a turnaround. No, that won't work. Come back! Here so soon? I wasn't expecting you for. Well, not now. Anyway. Yeah, well, I tried to explain that, you see, but, I had no choice. These thugs showed up, and they said that you could go space yourselves. And I was like, no, this is the Red Eclipse, and...
Ih, rapaz.
Someone's trying to board...
Finally, my ticket off this hole. Looks like it's been through hell. It's good to be back on the old girl. Hey, what are you doing on my ship? Damn right I am. What are you...
Kawanabota, ayunay tangwa, se kuchina chuna sorchoranto, ichana dumpa ni kanite kawachite ni yubugaro bunta ritaba.
Let's settle this.
Let us end this.
More where that came from. Time to even the odds. More time to even the up. More where that came from.
This shall not stop us for long. Focus.
Aí se encreia, porra. Aí se mergulha.
Time to take you down to size.
I will silence this one.
More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from. Everyone down. More where that came from. Let's settle this. More where that came from. More where that came from.
Look, there's been a misunderstanding. The ship, it's all yours. Consider it a gift, all right? Didn't know you were messing with Red Eclipse slavers. Guess those stories about the Hawk being a cursed vessel are true. Great, I'll, just find my way out, all right?
That is how flesh and blood fights. Let me show you how one fights when one's life is the Force.
I won't let you harm him. I have heard of your kind. You worship strength, when all it does is rot you from within.
You echo another's words, and as an echo it lacks strength. Who is it who has taught you of the Sith?
I will not reveal my mistress, and I will not allow you to harm the one I travel with.
I cannot harm him. His wound lies deeper than any blade could reach. That is why I follow him, and protect him.
Protect him? I do not believe you.
You do not believe that I would follow him to death. Certainly you have read as much in my movements as I have in yours. There's no shame in your feelings, sister of the Echani.
Be silent! You know nothing of what you speak.
You are alone, and wounded in your own way. I can feel its pulse, like a heartbeat from the past. But if you will not believe that I mean him no harm, then believe this. I wish to learn from him. I wish to learn how it is he still walks, when his spirit is nothing more than a shell. When you feel as though the Force, as if life itself has abandoned you. I had a question for you, sister of the Echani. The exile. What does he look like?
Like a man, but it is more than that. And I do not have the words. He shows kindness, both small and great, to strangers. He does this without hesitation. He has accepted me, even though he and my mistress are not allies. All I know is he makes me doubt the words of my mistress, one whom I have pledged to serve.
Such feelings are not unknown to me.
And I fear such doubts. Could it be my mistress was wrong about him? That perhaps he did not seek to betray the Order? That perhaps my mistress felt as I did, and when he left the Order, she found that she doubted as well? There is a feeling that emanates from him, like a sound from far away, that has traveled a vast distance to reach here.
Like an echo. Your words are well chosen, sister of the Echani. I will not harm him. But it is not me you should fear. There are darker things in the galaxy than a blind one such as I.
Why are you here?
Because I told him everything.
Ah, and now you are free?
Yeah, so no more threats, no more of your requests. You and me, we're done.
Did you ever think I truly held you? You're more of a fool than I thought. What truly held you was you, and let me show you why. I once held the galaxy by the throat, as you once held her by the throat and let her die slowly. And your emotion at that point is what you fear. I wielded power like you cannot imagine. Everything I saw was awash with possibilities, spreading outwards, touching everything else. I saw all of that, all that the Force is. And only when it was ripped from me did I truly see it. And I know what lies buried within you, that you hide with your desperate thoughts, your guilt, your lusts. I can unlock that part of you anytime I wish. It is a simple thing, the human mind. Once it feels something strongly, it becomes etched in the memory, the subconscious. Shall I show you? That part of you that hungered to kill Jedi, that took pleasure from it? Or perhaps you will continue to listen to my counsel, and I shall ignore your pathetic attempts at freedom. Now leave me, murderer. I have nothing further to say to one such as you.
Desenvolvimento aí, hein? Desenvolvimento. E a gente subiu de nível. Então tá aí. Subimos nosso levelzinho. Percepção e persuadir eu quero subir. E a gente sobe segurando. Poderes da força. A gente tem agora Makashi. Ok, beleza. De resto... Piriri, a gente pode pegar isso aqui. Eu tenho carisma, então o que eu vou pegar tá aqui. E eu estou no level 14. Eu acho que dá pra gente avançar um pouquinho na parte da... Qual é o nome? Da handmaid. Só deixa eu ver uma coisa. Pera aí. Tô vendo um outro negócio aqui, gente. Calma aí. Beleza. Vamos tentar trocar ideia lá com a Handmaiden. Ele vai ficar pelado de novo, provavelmente. Então, salvar.
Yes? Very well. I think you are ready for the next tier of instruction. For this, we will keep the etiquette of the last duel, but we shall add any melee weapon you choose to the ritual, with the exception of the Jedi weapon, the saber. Vibroblade, Bothan stun stick, force pike, whatever you wish. But no items, no force techniques. Then let us begin. And again, do not hold back. I will not.
Tá, eu posso usar armas, né? Então eu vou usar esse aqui. E aqui. Vai ter que ser isso aqui, né?
This will teach you. You fought well indeed. You have caught the principles of the style by watching and anticipating my movements. Before you go, there is something I must know. Why did you go back? Face trial. I see. It was always something I was curious about. To walk to one's own sentence willingly. It's a brave thing. You may ask. What of her? As I said, I knew little about her. This is already known to me. Why are you telling me this? I do not know enough of you yet to speak of such things. Perhaps if we were to train together in battle, my thoughts on this would be clearer. But not now. You may...
Tá.
Before entering Atris's it is not important. We all have... When importance... If
Eu já participei dessa conversa, por isso que eu tô pulando.
I do not know. I meant no. You may... I do not think you are... It is the way of the Ichani to be able to read their opponents, to know where... Ichani battles are fought several minutes in advance. The most advanced among the Ichani...
Eu acho que eu já fiz essa
ever
daqui.
demonstrated such... You are already doing it. If you do not know you are doing it, then training will make you a dangerous opponent indeed. Come, as we fight more, I will teach you. Do not think about predicting my movements. React instinctively. You are doing better. At first I was afraid that your awareness of your own ability might ruin it, but that is not the case. You learn quickly. Perhaps it is your connection to the Force that allows such things, but I do not think so. Now you fight as an Ichani warrior fights, always in the future.
Não, como eu ganhei influência com ela, vamos tentar conversar de novo.
Yes? It does not seem to... Yes? I am training, so that if danger should strike... That, and I had forgotten how long hyperspace travel can be. If I do not have something to focus my attention on, I fear my sanity will erode as well.
What do you mean, Pazak? What, again?
Ah, essa conversa eu já
Não.
tive.
You may... What? This is... I do...
Ah,
Perhaps...
tá, beleza, não deu certo.
You may... You may...
Tá, deixa eu me vestir novamente. E vamos pra... Vamos conversar, né? Vou gastar mais um tempo conversando, ver se tem mais coisa.
Yes. Very well. There is nothing more than...
Tá, tá.
Very... Ah. I misspoke.
Tá. Vamos falar com o Ato. Talvez ele tenha coisa pra dizer, né?
Something up? All right, I'm... All right, Something up? All right.
Tá, beleza. Então já foi isso aqui, já foi. Vamos voltar pra... Onderon. Era Onderon? Não, não era Onderon, desculpa. Era Dantooine, onde a gente tem que ir. Pera aí, eu acho que dava pra gente fazer outra coisa aqui. Não era aqui? Tá, beleza. Vamos tentar fazer as coisas aqui. No momento eu vou continuar com o ato e vou continuar com a creia. Nossa, a creia tá fudida. Ah! Boa. Pronto, pra não ter problema. Quem é você? Não. Dei toda essa volta à toa.
Are you waiting for the administrator too? You won't have to wait too long. But if you want results, now that you may never get here. Kunda's like a droid without his power cell. Useless. We have problems all over, and the most you can get out of the administrator is a pat in the back.
I'm sick of all their excuses and empty words. I need justice now.
I fought in the war, and I know how to use my blaster rifle. If the administrator or Zeron doesn't do something, then I will.
Salvagers are the problem. They strip bare the ruins that belong to the people of Dantooine. Then they sell what they find back to us at inflated prices.
I'm not a violent man. I've had my share of it in the war. I sincerely hoped I could just hang my blaster rifle on the wall as a souvenir for my grandchildren.
But I can't farm without my equipment. Well, yes and no. I brought my moisture vaporator to Kunda to be serviced. On the way back to my farm, I took a shortcut next to the Enclave ruins. Damn Lagrix came out of nowhere. I had to run before they made a meal of me. When I returned to retrieve my equipment, the salvagers had already stripped it bare.
My farm is the closest to the Enclave ruins. It has to be someone nearby, and if the mercenaries wanted it, they'd just take it in broad daylight. The closest place besides that is the salvager camp, so it has to be them. You ever met one of them? Thievery wouldn't be too far a stretch for any of them. The other day I had to take a shot at one of them. Soon someone is going to get killed, and Dantooine has enough trouble without that. A lot of farming equipment. It's not even valuable, just important for the moisture vaporators and hydroprocessors. The thief must be desperate for credits. I suppose you could. Actually, you almost look like a salvager.
If you could go to this salvager camp and convince the salvager Joran to return my modulator, I would be very grateful.
I'm not rich, but I have some souvenirs from the war I could give you. It's right next to the ruins of the Jedi Enclave. Just follow the smell. You can't miss them. That's great. I'm certainly not getting any help around here. If you need to know anything more, just ask me.
Tá. Tem mais alguém aqui que eu tenho que falar. Ver um mudro. Vamos ver. Eu acho que é esse cara. Você? É esse você mesmo.
What brings you to Kunda? Do you have any troubles to report? I'm here to help. I just hope you aren't here about Garavek. Oh, sorry. If you're brand new to these parts, you may not have any issues with Garavek, unlike most everyone else. You're fortunate not to know him. He's a salvager. His purpose in life seems to be causing us headaches. I can tell he's back in Kunda just by the pounding in my head. If you're not here about Garavek, do you have some other problem? I don't even want to get into it. Ask around if you want to know the details. It'll just make my headache worse if I talk about it. I don't know what we'd do without Administrator Adare. She managed to plow through a lot of the family bickering once the Sith left during the war. She's kept us together. Oh, and, Zeron too, I suppose. This is sensitive. It's not really a secret, though. A lot of people are upset with Zeron. He's a hard man and doesn't answer to anybody. Except, I suppose, the Administrator. The thing is, he expects everyone to follow all the laws. That's not normally a bad thing, but the mercenaries are used to having a bit more freedom. So it's like Zeron keeps prodding a rancor with a stun stick. To a rancor, it's just a minor nuisance. But if you keep at it, he's gonna fight back. The mercenaries aren't unreasonable. They're mostly just war veterans looking for work. But Zeron just keeps poking them. So he has to get involved to make sure that the militia does what he wants. Otherwise, we'd probably give the mercenaries some room. It's tricky. You see, I think Zeron may be taking this whole thing a little personal. I'm not sure. Just a guess. I also think he's doing more to provoke them than just investigating every complaint against them hard. He's up to something. If someone could just ask a few questions, turn up some answers, maybe see if Zeron isn't being completely honest with the rest of us, well then maybe he should be replaced. Just look around. See if Zeron's up to something on the side. Something that'll hurt the fragile peace we got with the mercenaries. So if you happen to find something out like that, you should see Administrator Adare. If you have to do some footwork to check into things, you'll be compensated. We should probably talk about something else. I hate going behind the captain's back. I just feel... I just have a feeling about it. All right.
It's you again. Well, you know who I am. You want something? Some of the salvagers went deep into the ruins and found a lot of Jedi relics. It's the most valuable haul the salvagers ever got. But all the salvagers that went down there are dead. So it seems every day or so some salvager comes claiming they're owed by such and such, or that they're related. The whole thing makes me sick. Garvik says he won the whole claim in a Pazak game with the last survivor, right before he killed him. But that was a fair fight. There were witnesses. But nobody remembers Garvik ever playing Pazak. I just hope someone takes this blasted claim off my hands. I'm tired of those lowlives pestering me. We've got real work to do. You want something? He did he? What's this about? I know we don't agree on this, but he's crossing a line. He lives in his sheltered, settler world. He doesn't know what some people are capable of. So he's asked you to go looking into what I'm up to. If I didn't need every last man here. Appreciate. All right, I can use your help. But you can't tell anyone. There's a mercenary captain near what's left of the Jedi Enclave's courtyard. His name is Dopak. Just tell him that I said, go ahead. That's all. You have questions, but it's like this conversation never happened, got it? Just do it. It'll help out Kunda. We can talk more later.
Interessante, interessante. Estamos nos envolvendo nos problemas. Tá, vamos lá. Conversar com esse Dopak.
You've wandered into the wrong camp. You got the look of a warrior, and we got all the blasters we need. If you're looking for work too, just take a trip spaceward. We don't need any more competition. Got it? I know about the thief. The amount of noise the settlers have made over that thief, you'd think he stole their whole planet. Before you ask, I have no idea who the thief is. It's not one of us. If we wanted something that bad, we'd just take it. I don't suppose... What does the militia have to say to us? Any of our men get into trouble? I think that Zeron is 3 cards short of a Pazak deck. You can tell him you've delivered your message. Thanks. Now get out of here.
Ish.
You still lurking around here? Just go back to Kunda. You're not gonna find any Jedi artifacts here. Except the ones I'm selling. Don't tell me that flaming Solru sent you. I went over all this with Zeron. We've been hit by the flaming thief more than he has. Every other night it seems we find something missing. And it's not like we have much. We keep asking Zeron to help us, but he sends us nobody. So the thief keeps coming from the ruins or whatever hole he lives in and taking what's ours. If we ever catch him, we'll take our time killing him. The only guess I've heard is it's a mercenary that's been kicked out. Most of them leave us alone. They focus most of their attention on the settlers. But we really don't know. That's our best guess. Sneaky as sin, but Raylan caught a glance of him that way. We keep hoping the Legrex finish the thief off, but that would be far too easy for us. If you haven't met Raylan, though, he's not reliable. He's in the camp if you want to talk to him about the thief. If you must. If you can do something about the thief, do it and get out of here. There's nothing for you here anyway. If you're not going to listen to anybody, maybe you can help me out. The only place that has anything is the sub-level. And only a couple of fools have gone there. And they're now dead fools. I'd like to do the decent thing and get their bodies and put them to rest. That hole isn't a fit place for a salvager. So, if you find a couple human corpses down there, just grab their gear and their bodies. I'll pay you 500 credits for each of them. Us salvagers that are still here have to stick together.
Oh, a visitor comes to our delightful salvager camp. We are honored. Do you come bringing your credits and curiosity? Am I that transparent to you? Apparently this is so. I am Rallon, known throughout this camp for the many artifacts of value that I have uncovered. An expert, this is certain. A question I pose to you, traveler. Do you wish to buy one of the most elusive of all Jedi artifacts? A powerful Jedi holocron? You flatter me, traveler. It was a good day when I found this holocron. But you are lucky, for I will sell it to you for a low price. I ask a mere 1,000 credits for this rare find. This is not a matter of negotiation. You should buy it quickly before others come. I assure you it isn't. I will show it to you presently. As you can see, it is in fine shape. A real bargain at a mere 1,000 credits. How did you know? Well, I never unload this accursed thing. This isn't my fault. You can't blame me. This forgery has passed through several hands in this camp. I am merely the latest victim. I wish to abandon this dung heap. No, of course not. Another salvager sold it to me, and he bought it from another one before him. When there were more salvagers, incidents like this were common. But now there are few of us and I'm stuck with this garbage. There's no way I can make it home to my family and children. You with all your observations. I'm not gonna talk to you about the holocron anymore. So, what should we talk about? You should talk to Durala. I've told her everything I know. I think I saw the thief by the ruins of the Enclave. I believe that the thief has to be living in the sublevel, because every place else has been visited many times by the salvagers. I didn't get a clear look at the thief. It was dark, and the ruins provide many hiding places.
Do you feel it? The wound on this world, it is centered here. If we succeed in gathering the Jedi, they will come to this place. And if those Jedi are slain, then all that remains of the Order shall be drawn here as well. We will know when the time comes, and I hope our enemies do not.
Announcement. You have caused us to expenditure a great deal of effort to find you, Jedi. Annoying recitation. Let us proceed to facilitate communications. Threat. Come with us without resistance, Jedi, or you will come with us in pain. Systems failing, Master. Systems failing, Master.
More where that came from.
Systems failing, Master.
More where that came from. More where that came from.
Let's settle this.
More where that came from.
Let's settle this.
Who are we missing? We're one off.
We're missing Joran. I don't see Joran.
That runt of a Cathhound, he's the one with the backpack. Did anybody grab anything from the room? Anybody? What do you want? I managed to get this sad lot of salvagers to work together. Then we get 2 rooms into the sub-level, and we get swarmed by Lagrex. And even then we fight our way out. But of course the only one that managed to grab the salvage is still in there. I don't even know why I bothered. Nothing. Find out for yourself. I'm not interested in training the competition. Now, if you don't mind, we're going someplace you can't eavesdrop on us, and get down to our business.
Deixa eu ver quantas horas temos de stream. Quase 3 horas. Ah. Eu acho que dá pra gente pausar agora e recomeçar amanhã. Porque senão eu não paro agora, né? Eu continuo e aí eu tenho que parar no meio. Pelo menos a gente para no início dessa parte aqui. Então é isso. Por hoje é só. Amanhã a gente tem mais. Provavelmente. Amanhã eu não devo sair. Então teremos mais. É isso. Muito obrigado a todos que apareceram, que participaram. E a gente se vê mais tarde. Provavelmente amanhã. Então é isso. Muito obrigado e falou!